All right, let's talk about money. But forget everything you might be picturing about boring lectures or complicated spreadsheets. Today, we're going on an adventure. We're going to frame this as a journey to financial freedom. And the best part? This is a path that anyone, and I mean anyone, can walk. So, let's get into it.
This is the big question, right? You hear all these terms: saving, investing, debt, 401ks, and it can all just feel like so much. It's really easy to feel completely lost before you've even taken a single step. If you've ever felt that way, trust me, you are absolutely not alone.
So let's just reframe this whole thing. Let's stop thinking of it as some massive problem we have to solve, and instead see it for what it is: a journey. And like any great journey, it doesn't start with a giant leap. It just starts with one simple step. And that's what we're going to do right now, together.
Okay, so what does every good adventurer need before they set out? A map. In the world of personal finance, your map is basically your cash flow. And the tool you use to read that map, well, that's your budget. This is where you decide, consciously, where you're headed.
Now hold on, I know what you might be thinking. The word budget can sound restrictive, like a financial straitjacket. But that's not it at all. A budget isn't about restriction, it's about empowerment. It's you finally taking the wheel and telling your money exactly what you want it to do for you. Honestly, it's the ultimate power move.
And it does not have to be complicated. Seriously, here's how you can make a budget in like 5 minutes. Step 1, know what you earn. What's your actual take-home pay each month? Step 2, track where it goes. Just for 1 month, use an app, a notebook, whatever, and just see where the money is going. And step 3, before the next month starts, give every single one of those dollars a job. Paying rent, buying coffee, going into savings, every dollar has a purpose. And that's it. You just made a budget.
All right, you've got your map, you know the direction you're headed. The next logical step on any big expedition is to build some kind of shelter, right? Something for protection against the unexpected. In finance, that shelter is your savings. It's your financial shield against, well, life.
And here's the best way to think about it. Your emergency fund is a financial fire extinguisher. It's not money that's just sitting there. No, it's on guard. Because a surprise car repair, an unexpected medical bill, those are the small fires. Your emergency fund is what stops a small fire from burning down your entire financial house. So how big does this shield need to be? Well, the gold standard, the goal to aim for, is about 3 to 6 months worth of your essential living expenses. And I mean essential. Rent, food, utilities, not your Netflix subscription. And you want to keep this money somewhere you can get to it fast, like a high-yield savings account. It has to be there the moment you need it.
Okay, we have our map, we've built our shelter. Now it's time to stop just walking and start accelerating. We're shifting from playing defense to playing offense. This is the part where we talk about building real, long-term wealth by making your money start working for you. And we're going to do it using one of the most powerful forces in the universe.
The engine that drives this whole thing is a concept called compound interest. The easiest way to picture it is a snowball rolling downhill. It starts small, but as it rolls, it picks up more snow, getting bigger and bigger and moving faster and faster. Your money does the exact same thing. It earns returns, and then those returns start earning their own returns. It's magic.
Yeah, it's a concept so powerful that this quote is often attributed to Albert Einstein. Now, did he actually say it? Probably not. But you know what? The sentiment is absolutely spot on. This is the secret sauce that lets small, consistent investments grow into some serious wealth over time. And this chart right here, this is why it's so important. Just look at this. You have Saver A and Saver B. They both invest the exact same amount of money every month. But Saver A starts at age 25 and Saver B waits just 10 years to start at 35. Now look at the difference by age 65. It is staggering. That huge gap isn't because one invested more money, it's because one gave their money more time to work. The takeaway is simple. The best time to start was yesterday, but the second best time? It's right now. Of course, no journey is a perfectly smooth path. There's always some tricky terrain to get through. And in our financial journey, that terrain is often debt. But here's a crucial thing to understand. Not all debt is the big, scary monster it's made out to be. Sometimes it can actually be a tool to help you get ahead.
So let's break it down. Think of it as 2 categories. You have good debt, which is when you borrow for something that will hopefully increase in value or boost your income, like a mortgage for a house, student loans for an education, or a loan for a business.
Then there's bad debt. This is usually for stuff that loses value the second you buy it, and it almost always comes with these painfully high interest rates. This is the kind of debt that actively works against you.
And if you want to see the real-world difference, just look at the numbers. Let's say you have a $1,000 balance. On a high-interest credit card, that could cost you almost $700 in interest alone over 5 years. But that same $1,000 on a lower-interest personal loan, it costs just a fraction of that. Understanding this difference is absolutely key.
So let's bring it all together. Here's our compass for the journey. First, you create your map. That's your budget. Second, you build your shield. That's your emergency savings. Third, you let it grow. You invest and let that amazing compound interest do its thing. And finally, you navigate the terrain wisely by understanding and managing your debt. That's it. That's the plan.
So we've covered the map, the tools, and the path forward. Now, the journey is yours. And remember, it doesn't have to start with some giant, scary leap. It just starts with one small step. So what's it going to be? Will you track your spending for just today? Will you open a high-yield savings account? Maybe just read one article about investing? Whatever it is, the most important thing you can do is simply begin.